Hello everyone, and welcome to Attract Mode. But this is a very special Attract Mode. Today's Attract Mode is a collaboration with Neurogals, celebrating Autism Acceptance Month. Neurogals is a group of women who are autistic and or ADHD, founded by me. We have a Discord server open to all neurodivergent women formerly diagnosed or self-diagnosed. You can type !Neurogals into the chat for more information. First up, we got Valeria playing Crystal Percent in Lunistice, a category that she created to show off the game. In Lunistice, you take a Tanuki girl named Hannah through various simulated environments full of wild crystal growth. In this particular category, Vale is going to be breaking every crystal possible on her way to beat the game. The second showcase is a series of races in Sonic Adventure DX between Game Queen Soul, a new runner of the game, and me, a Sonic veteran. We'll be racing Tails' story and Amy's story. Special guest appearances by female Tails and classic Amy. So, submissions for Attract Mode showcases are always open, and we're currently scheduling for late April and May. Send us your pitches at ladyarcaders.com/start. We want to show off the games you love in all the ways you love them. Type !AM in the chat for a link. And with that, I am going to pass it off to the first performer of the day, and that is Valeria, doing Crystal Percent in Lunistice. Valeria, whenever you're ready, take it away.
Hello everyone, it's me, Valeria, and about a year ago, for the first Neurogals showcase, I did one of my favorite games from 30 years ago, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and today I decided I'm going to give you my favorite game from 2 years ago, which is notably not Sonic Frontiers, it's Lunistice. And I wanted to make a category that I felt was the most me, and so I ended up with Crystal Percent. If you're unfamiliar with this game at all, you might be wondering why have I never heard of the crystals that are so special to break. You'll see. There's a additional part to this run that we've truncated from the category for brevity, where we're going to find a little guy in each level. And if you don't know what that is, I'm glad to be able to show you. So, let's start off now. It'll start in 3, 2, 1, go.
September 2nd,
2023. Boom, boom. That's why. The crystals are all over the place and we're already messing up our movement. And this is the little guy, which is apparently an in-joke for the dev. And we're gonna find each one. I'm gonna boop each one. Now, onto what is otherwise just a really weird beat the game run of this. Cora, what's your familiarity with Lunistice?
I've heard of it before, and the only thing I knew about it before I saw gameplay is that it's supposed to be a good what do you call it? Homage to Sega Saturn days.
Mm-hmm. And like
with
PS2
the graphics.
or PS1 as well.
Yeah. But other than that, other than seeing a little bit of gameplay, yeah, that's as far as
Oh my god.
I know.
I love it. I love it. It's like the perfect non-acceleration platforming to me. And to think it's only $5. You can buy this right now for cheap.
Yeah, I actually own this, just haven't been able to get around to playing it.
I know how that is. So, like, there's just, like, a bunch of crystals around. It's the aesthetic. It's related to Hana specifically, I believe. I haven't actually played through any of the other characters, but, the coveted update that's coming up features a new character, and I went ahead and checked if he had any crystals in his unique level, and no, he did not. So, we're not going to hop over to that at any point. We're just focusing on Hana today. They're just sporadic crystals here and there as we go through. This first area is, Spring, Home. All these areas are based on Hana's memory, which is something we figure out through the game. Shrine, Home. It's very spring aesthetic. Get those crystals in the wrong order. It's fine. We're playing it by ear. Streamer brain is active. I messed up that jump, so we're running at 70% efficiency. There's a good few bits of tech though that we're going to be particularly focusing on. One of them you're seeing me do a lot is like this is called, I don't know if it's called a super jump or not. It's what I call it. It's when you use your spin attack immediately after the double jump or the first jump. Another one that we need to work on is going to be this here. There's coyote frames in this game, and so I stood on that crystal, I broke it, but I jumped soon enough that it gave me my full jump array, even though I was in midair for a brief moment. And, oop, that's why I get checkpoints. You're going to see intentional deaths, and you're going to see unintentional deaths. The routing is like, this is like a completely unique routing too, because like there's a lot of zigzagging as well. There's corners being cut, but like in ways you wouldn't see in a beat the game run. And I just thought it would be great to like maximize the amount of this game I could show you within a reasonable amount. I could totally bump this up to a 100% crystals run. I know how that would work now. I don't want to. Maybe true ending. But there's no crystals in the final stage in true ending, so like I didn't bother with that here. Ah, okay. So I failed the coyote jump there. I could actually have gotten back up from that crystal. There's a few you can't get back up though. Oop, almost missed that one. Gotta have your head on the swivel here. Another piece of movement tech that's... Wow, I'm failing this really bad. Another piece of movement tech that is probably important to note for like the really precise stuff is knowing your radius on a spin here. There's a reason like it tells you can slow down there. But that will let you get the most amount of crystals Oop. In the smallest radius, I guess. Largest radius? Just so you can like graze them and really go by them. I was not expecting the amount of like technical aspects to this run when I thought it up, because genuinely this is just something I randomly decided to do with the game at one point. Oh, okay. This is the tower. This is where most of the deaths happen in this run, in this game, in this level. Wow. But it is possible to do it with only one death. But the camera fights you all the while if you try to do that. Okay. We're doing it in 3 deaths. Especially if I don't forget that one. Yeah, like, this was completely like a meme idea I did once. I think you couldn't break the crystals in the demo, so I didn't do it then, but like the first time I played it and I started fooling around, I decided, what if I just broke all the crystals in these levels? And then I went, hey, I can make a run out of that when I wanted to think of something for this. So I was a little torn on what I even wanted to run today. On to the summer beach. I love the environments of this game.
They're really nice.
They have such, like, there's like a weirdness to it too. Because, like, what even is this place? Like, it's a beach. What's with the houses in the background? What's with all the crystals? This little guy having a vacation. Okay. Typically in a speedrun of this, you want to actually avoid destroying enemies, and I kind of don't care because there's like a 2-frame, 3-frame actually probably, with like pause. Probably not even that much, actually. Whenever you hit an enemy. Just in your movement. I'm doing that anyway because I'm hitting all the crystals. Same thing happens. Oop! That's a great super jump example there. Works on the bounces. Also a really big fan of the music. Just everything in this game goes hard. And honestly, like, the beat the game category is too short for me. I want to play more of it than that. This is the most unoptimal way to hit all these crystals just now. I don't know what I'm doing. It is funny though, because like, we're pretty much, with very few exceptions, which are usually just, like, very small detours, we are hitting, like, all of the secret areas that would get us the letters we need for full ending. But, like, sometimes we just ignore them, because that's not what we're here for.
Who needs letters when you can have crystals?
Exactly. Well, we don't want crystals is the thing. Weirdly enough. I'm a big fan of crystals. Like, got a nice turquoise for this level. I'm literally wearing a turquoise necklace right now.
Turquoise is a good gem.
One of the gems of all time, for sure. Who would have a vacation on this floating island? Me, probably.
Yeah, vacation on a floating island sounds pretty nice, actually.
Gotta make these circles at these end parts here to get all those crystals. Also to note, the start of each act 2, where we just were. We're starting at the end part of Act 1. We actually are, in a way, re-breaking the crystals. But also, there's not always the same amount of crystals, which is an interesting little note. Attention to detail I've noticed. Okay. The spiral is a nightmare. Thanks. That one up there, and I messed up the super jump.
I love the little pitter-patter noises that Hannah makes when she runs.
You're so cute. It might be, like, hard to hear over the stream itself, because I did prioritize the music for my balancing. Guess who I am. It's tree so we can get that one, and I did it right. trying to figure out the best way to get that crystal specifically was really hard, because my first choice was actually to go all the way to the top, hit a crystal up there, and fall down, and it was very risky. I have to come back down here. There's like a lot of like path weirdness. Oop. For some reason I find this platforming pretty tricky. Okay. Messed up the jump. That crystal sticking off the side there under that beach ball. That's the one I would fall off of to try and get that other one before I, like... There has to be a better way to do this, and I realized there was a tree there. Luckily, all the trees have geometry. Ah! That pun was not intended, but I realized it as I said it. Hello. Sometimes I mix up which direction I'm in after those water orbs. Okay. That's rough. That's a rough time to mess up. Though, one of the things we do after we've messed up is we switch to beat the game strats. Kinda? Kinda. More like this would be true ending strats here, because we're just minimizing our movement entirely and trying to get back to where we were. Happens to be up where one of these letters is. You can cut some corners in this game if you're not going for all the cranes. But I do really like... I really like the gameplay of going through all of the areas following the collectibles. It just really helps you appreciate the game. Again, I wanted to maximize that, so that we're doing even more for even longer. Checkpoint for safety, because there's a whole lot until we get to the next one, actually. Right down here. Normally you just hop in that orb there to spiral downward. Got some crystals to get though. Nice and tucked away down here. And we can fall. What's that? A friend! I'm really curious what the story is behind the little guys. I don't even know if they have names. I'm like weirdly disconnected from any speedrun communities that I get into. Aside from the fact that I just kind of ignored picking them up, like, the true ending, you can see, would be, like, right on this path. That's also kind of why I decided to get the little guys as well, because aside from the very first one, they're along the way. But why not show them off, right? Oop. Wow, okay, there's a lot of crystals over here. I wonder if that has any significance for the story. This is so many crystals. It's actually hard to keep track of them because sometimes they blend in with the trees. chattering ASMR, perhaps. This is the game where the training wheels have come off. The level. It's actually perhaps the one I'm worst at, even compared to later levels, because, I don't know. I can't say that it wasn't designed for people to go out of their way to get the crystals, because this is actually the single level where there's an achievement for doing that. And I had gone through this entire thing thinking I did it, and was like, wait, I don't have that achievement. What I'm missing? Very tricky. Excuse you. From the beach to a park. Sometimes with families. Really, this is exactly what Hana did. Is parkour her way up to towers. And smack crystal.
Just Hannah things.
Make sure I get this checkpoint, because boy how do I just like randomly die here if I don't. It's kind of like a thing of like, oh, I got the checkpoint, so now I have the safety to not mess up. It's something I've experienced in games. Actually, like a whole lot of checkpoint skipping in to beat the game. To the degree that I probably might not be able to do that to any amount yet. But I want to actually... Honestly, like, probably after, like, in the next few days, I'm gonna blind run... quote, blind run a true ending run of this to try and submit. I'm just familiar enough with the stages after that. Okay, I missed that jump pretty bad. What is considered the top of these balloons is kind of weird. Not prepared for that to work. Get this crystal we left beforehand. This is actually perhaps the best example of a level where, like, we will just leave crystals because we're gonna come back there later. Aim your speed best you can. Yeah, these are new to this level, actually. The speed up panels, pads, whatever you want to call them. And I think these grind rails, or I guess water slides in this case, quite a bit of specific tech that's introduced in this level. Secret? Ah! Those enemies. I always forget that one. This is definitely like the most tedious part of this level. Because you see there was a hole in that part, which goes to a secret area. Yeah, we have to go back and go there, but all this stuff we have to get first. Okay. Thanks. Oh, also, I'm playing as Golden Hana. Golden Hana is what you unlock for S ranking everything. And I never want to take it off anymore because I worked hard for that. I'm normally wearing pink. Magenta, rather. No, it's closer to a pink, like a hot pink, actually. Somewhere in between. Oh. Hey there, guy. Oop. another part, like, I'm very, very possible I'm gonna just, like, mess up 3 times here. Bear with me. Tanuki with me or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Okay.
Hannah's not a bear.
Now we can, like, kind of do this the fast way. Never lose our momentum. At least I can show off that. That's something I need to keep in mind for true ending. I really like this, like, high-speed risky thing of, like, I gotta get these crystals on the side here. There's gonna be more of it later. But I think the biggest thing that gets me is there's no coyote frames going off these grind rail type things. So if you miss it at all by even, like, a frame, because you're trying to be to the very end, it'll punish you. Okay. I think, like, so 2 of the games that are, like, most commonly compared to this game that it's inspired off of, one, Crash Bandicoot. I don't know if other people actually say that. I say that because there's spinning and there's, like, consistent platforming. The level design is nothing like Crash Bandicoot, so there's that. The other people will, like, say Sonic, and I don't... In terms of gameplay, there's almost no inspiration from Sonic in this. Source, me. You know who I am. I play Sonic. But one, Tanuki's a small... Tanuki. Hana's a small animal. I don't like that. And also there's the grind rails. I think maybe the grind rails are where that inspiration comes from, Sonic. They're high speed though, so I appreciate that. Family 2. We're at that point where there's just so many crystals at these end areas, even in the first act. We have a lot to do before we get onto the actual stage. You stay here for a good 27 minutes, optimally, as far as I've been able to manage it. 27 seconds, wow. I can't keep track of my times today. Oh, hey, 26. That's actually the fastest I've done that area, I think.
Yes. Mina said it has a... aesthetically, there's notes of knights in it, and I'm like, yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, I can see that. Especially because, like, this isn't reality that we're in. So, like, everything's kind of, like, weird in a dreamy way in a bit. That, I mean, hey, like a Saturn.
Yep.
I'm in danger.
In danger.
In case we haven't observed the HUD in our fullness, because we're just watching this movement, there is a health bar at the top. Hana has 3 hits before he's reset back to last checkpoint. And I spaced out entirely there and got no checkpoints, so hey, here we go! Let's go beat the game for a bit. Oh. Still in danger, apparently. Not quite yet. There we go. I did that in the wrong order. That went smoothly. I don't usually do that part smoothly. And, okay. See those steps over there? One of the hardest jumps to make, because of what I said earlier about the run rails having no coyote frames. Very satisfying when you do get it. You can't go there. Look at all these crystals. Okay. Another thing I'm still working on here is timing when my spins end. Sometimes I'll just continue moving, but the spin I wanted to do didn't go off because the other one hadn't quite ended yet. Wait. Almost missed you. I didn't even point out, when we were in the first park zone level, there was a part where there were two crystals on, like, edges, like they were supposed to be there as decoration. Those are the ones that I, like, completely missed when I would first go around this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not what I was owing about, but I guess it is now. But you see in the distance, there's some crystals on the ceiling there. We can't get those yet. Actually, one of them is a distinct pain. Another one over there. Have to go through the fast tube for now. It's a very long level. I need to be up there. It's actually interesting just how tricky some of this platforming is for it being the third world out of 7. There is an aspect of it that's like, yes, I'm going to the extra paths right here, and you technically don't have to do the extra paths until you've already beaten the game, because they're how you unlock the full ending. It is fascinating how intense this one specifically is, I find. And while the later couple seem to match just how intense the level is normally. Okay, so we got one of the ceiling crystals with that. But we have to go over here to my favorite little guy. This is the first one I ever found, and they have a balloon. Yeah. Oop. And we have the long walk back. This is like the longest feeling walk in the game. Oh, because we have to get... You know, like, maybe it would actually be more efficient if I grabbed that checkpoint. I have to be careful here. I had to do another spin to get the last crystal there. But... yeah, we got all the crystals on the ceiling that way. Very tricky, that final one. I had to, like, really learn where the positioning was. And turns out it's with the other the cluster that was there. It just doesn't break the ones underneath like the other two do.
All little guys deserve balloons.
It's true. Ooh. Ending areas. Strike. An achievement for killing all of those enemies at once. So I love to do it. I'm not really like achievement hunter, but like, you know, sometimes if I want to play a game more, go for it. The secret area that was like one of the harder of the extras to find. If I had gotten all of the letters there, I would have been blocked off from taking this boost right back to the goal. But yeah, over 8 minutes, that might be the longest. I don't know. Now we're on to everyone's favorite, perhaps derogatory, because not everyone's great at rhythm games. We have Food Comfort, which a rhythm counter for a reason. I'm a big fan of it. It's definitely difficult. Fell into the macaron. You have to make your own cycles when you're finding crystals. Secret. It's so groovy. The music just, like, doesn't miss as it goes on.
I love that all the food is dancing too.
Yeah. And, like, you can stand on the dancing food too. I'm gonna just in case, gonna get that real quick. Okay. Sometimes I have trouble with that one. Again, streamer brain is activated. Skip some platforms. Moving. We have to go all the way up here for crystals. Very risky shortcut here, because I did miss that as a result, that checkpoint, but it's fine. It's right before another checkpoint. Right after one, I think. The way I meant to say that. We have to go over here. Got some risky timed platforming. The dongos and battering, the rolling pins. I wouldn't say battering ram, I think. Let's jump. There we go. Little babies.
Straw babies.
Has a treat. Get that letter. Anna must really like strawberries. And like, if this is strawberry shortcake, I do not blame her.
Strawberry shortcake owns.
That's like my favorite type of cake frosting. It's just like cream. Okay. I missed the platform, and a lot of that geometry on the cake is just you slide off. They're actually, in the update that's coming up, these cakes are getting revamped entirely. And they're gonna start spinning, but they have like a slope that you spiral upwards instead of the weird whether or not you actually can land on it slopes. Also, the first part of Home is, there's a lot of it that's revamped, and a lot more crystals are added. So like, oh, I didn't need to reset that. That was instinct. Actually landed. But yeah, this category I've completely made up. Gonna change a lot with the update. I wonder how many in which other stages, because we only got a good handful of, like 3 stages for Hana that we got to check out. Okay. It's fine, everything's fine. 2 other characters that are currently in this are Tori from Tori 3D and Tori 2, I think they're called. Tori Saturn's coming out. Tori Saturn looks really good, but I haven't had any actual interest in, oh my goodness, in the other 2. In the same sense, I kind of don't have any interest in playing as them in this, but I guess I should. I want to see what the unique levels are, which is only something I know about because Tuki is the other character. From like Halamente? I've never heard of it before. and their final stage is just this big replication, something. It's the final stage from their game, and it's huge. There are 99 of the collectibles of like, I think they're called baubles instead of cranes in that. Now we're taking an intentional death. Don't worry. But I'm wondering what stages they brought in from Tori's games as well. And we have in the demo one unique stage for Excel, the new character who's if it's ever made, okay, it's fine. We got that crystal. There's a reason I had to go down there other than the crystal. But yes, Excel's gonna be the main character of the next game. Why not put him in the update, right? He has a dash to his spin. Little guy. Boop. And yeah, the dash really changes up the feel of the gameplay in a way I'm really fond of. I actually feel like this is the harder of the two food levels. Yeah, okay, we got the little guy. I was trying to remember, even though we just got him, because I was remembering where the Act 2 one is. Okay. Sometimes it's just a matter of remembering, like, where am I going first here in this big area that I've been dumped into. That's not my usual pickle. Oop. You may have noticed, considering I was here for our last showcase, where Mina did more Beatmania, that you were also there for. I am a rhythm gamer, so like, I do have like the knack for this kind of level, if I let myself. Oh, almost forgot you. I just think it's a really neat thing they added. Okay, Saved by the Coyote frames. Excel's demo stage is also rhythm-based, the mashup of the park and food areas that Hana has. There we go. Little guy in the soup. Soup the soup.
Boop the soup.
Oh. That was a rough save. No! Geometry! Oh, I started sliding like that. Ah! Oh no. Sometimes you're in danger, it's fine. This is like one of the most tricky parts to get through casually, those rapid moving ones. I just showed you the trick. You can skip the second one entirely. And you only have to go on time one of them. This is, though, this over here is, I don't know why this is so hard for me. Okay, we did it in one. That's good. Did I get the checkpoint? Okay, I did. I guess I could have gone back there, because that one's kind of slow. I'll cycle with the spikles. Cycle. This cycle is weird. Oh, okay. Back on point. You either follow the red or you follow the blue there, even though, like, they alternate spatially. It's also a bad cycle, had to reset it. Okay. These extra parts are like weirdly tricky. Oh, risky. Okay. Saved by Coyote frames there. Wait, I need to be over here. Okay, we're good. Completely off cycle. Fun fact though, you pause, the music pauses because the level's so rhythm-based. That doesn't happen with any other level except one where this, you know, the final level has a reoccurring of every mechanic in the game, so the brief part that can happen. No, get me out. Thank you. Okay. Rolling pins. Very tricky. The trickiest part about them is, like, when they stop hurting you. Now all we need to do is... That's a lot of crystals. And I fell. Dang. Also, you might have noticed just a bit ago, you could see the letter that's down there from that checkpoint when you come back. That's like a fantastic way of hinting where it is, because I could not find that for the longest time. Okay. Who broke off those Kit Kats? Probably not Kit Kats. And again, we're Dongo here, and Japan loves their Kit Kats. I love their Kit Kats too.
Same. Cheesecake Kit Kats are pretty based.
Oh yes. I mean, I love cheesecake in general, so like, you're definitely not going wrong that way.
Their cookies wait. No, I'm thinking of another thing. I've tried their cream cheese ones. I've tried, their strawberry ones are really good too.
Strawberry ones are a classic. As are the green tea ones.
I've never tried the green tea ones.
Highly recommended if you like green tea in any fashion. Oop. We are in the forest. This might have my favorite music. Possibly. Very, very motivating. It's like it's like both calm and like energizing. I don't know how. Like it picks up, you know? Hana's on a mission. Perhaps. This checkpoint, or things are going to get dangerous. Actually, no. That one up ahead is nice. Nicely placed. This is also the last checkpoint for a while, and some technical bit that's coming up. I can't even do a simple thing like get that crystal. Get that one. I'll get this one. Get our speed. Get that one. Get that one. That one. That one. Dodge those two. Get this one before we go over to here. Grind rail. I love these vine rails. Grind vines. And we need to do that so we can get that single one. Then we can come back to the normal route. Please get this. Thank you.
Makes me think of the grind vines from Sonic Heroes.
Yeah. Little guy Boop. Oh.
Boop!
Get rid of that one for you so it's not bothering you. You look out for a little guy. Oop. Just missed you. Got carried away. That checkpoint. I mean, ideally I don't need most checkpoints. I don't think there's intentional deaths in this level. It's just there's potential. Like here! I get it? Thank you. Okay, I always almost miss that. Very rough to course correct if you grind too far. Ah, I didn't get the bounce. Fine.
I love that those mushrooms have paw prints on them.
Yeah, those are helping you know which direction you want to bounce in. Just in case it's a little confusing. Because it does get a little confusing in the... particularly in the second act. Gotta hit that. Thank you. Nice. Got both. Well, there were two. There was a very, very small crystal in that last batch there. Sometimes you miss it. Level really emphasizes just the constant speed too, because it's sort of in the same way that the park does. I don't like this area because there's so many clusters you can't recover from. But I don't know, maybe it's the music with the tighter turns and stuff. Really feels like the speed is more intense in this level. Okay. Oh, I was wrong, there are 2 intentional deaths. Go. Platforming and final area. This act. Very, very crowded little area full of crystals. Up. There we go. How long have we been going? I have not paid attention.
Looks like the timer is saying about 50 minutes.
Alright, so we're far beyond what any category would be in time. We're in no man's land now. Ooh, thought I forgot that. This is what I mean, because we're a little over halfway through. This is perhaps the stage that marks the crescendo to the finale, which is a funny term to use because notice that there's no music at the moment. If I had the sound effects up louder, you might be able to hear the actual forest ambience in the background, which is very quiet because it's tied to the sound effects. But if I had noticed that the first time, and I didn't, I would have been a lot less confused about why the music is not here. It's genuinely a meme to this game of I think 5.2's music is broken. Okay, we fixed it in this patch, and it's still like this. This is intentional. So it doesn't help that we're doing crystal percent, so we're doing long time here. Oh no, there's a bunch of crystals up there. How am I supposed to get those? We'll figure it out. Got that momentum. That's actually a little tricky because I have to not break those. Okay. I have to not break those crystals too fast, or I will just probably miss one and blow through them and die. There we go. Runner noises. Finally. We have to break these crystals here to activate parts of the music. It was right after I did that one, but notice there was a delay before that thing in the corner lit up to emphasize that, yeah, you got it. I'm getting a few. Okay. Thinking of the way back from this part. So I actually turned on, like, other music because I was so confused, and then the drum bass started interfering with that other music I put on, like, right then. So that was a funny moment. For me, personally. I did upload that stream, I think, on my YouTube. Like, I'm known for Sonic games. Like, I love this game so much, though, that I went out of my way to do a stream for it for my first playthrough. Which is saying something. I loved it so much from the demo. Loved it so much for your first playthrough? Yeah, no, like, I was that invested in this. The backbeat's pretty cool. Ah, we're now above that part with the crystals that we couldn't get. We're not getting there quite yet. Well, there's no way back up from there. So, get this. Clear out the rest of these. Do the latest jump possible there, and now we're down here. Because we wouldn't be able to reach that mushroom if we didn't do the latest jump possible. And it's doubly important we get these crystals because this is where our little guy is. Boop. Okay. Farewell. And we go straight ahead here. That's why we got the other crystals in that area first. For here. Hello. Finally, we can get the next part of our music. Note that tech there. Doing your attack midair after you've been sent through one of those big boosts. Get caught on the wall. It, will let you change your direction with a little more control than if you just double jump. But you could double jump. That's an option. Using them in tandem actually works best. Oh. Big skip. Not a big skip, but a big jump.
Nice.
Oh, that was unnecessary. I just really like spinning off the bounce thing. Fun.
It's habit to do that. Blame Sonic Rush.
Yeah. Yeah, aren't there like mushrooms in Rush Adventure especially?
I think
but
so.
But also Sonic 3. And Knuckles. Specifically Sonic and Knuckles.
Yep.
And also Sonic Heroes. Maybe.
Yep.
Sonic games like their
Maybe
mushrooms.
Yeah, no kidding.
We think it's the Mushroom Kingdom or something. I imagined an audience canned laughter to that one, personally. Okay, and the reason we do those paths in that order, you can do them any order, that one will send you right in front of this one, which now there is an orb here. You can go up. Make sure you don't touch the orb before you get the crystals, because as soon as you hit that orb, the checkpoint up here activates, so you can't go back. You have to restart if you do that. I have learned my lesson. I forget the order I do this part in. Okay. Here. I don't think there's anything down there. This level's just so long, I tend to forget. Wildly enough, I don't think it's as long as Part 1, which is just a matter of winding. This is just long on its own volition. Volition, that's not the right word, but hey, Sounds like the word I mean.
What are words?
Words are things we say to convey feelings. Sometimes they don't make any sense. Sometimes we say something wrong, but it still conveys the feeling. Hey, look, the moon. Surely that's not important in a game called Lunistice. Oh, but no joke, actually. It's called Melancholy, right? Oh, please. No. Forest Melancholy, we start the second act off with no music. So I guess you could read that as Hannah's not doing too hot at this point in her life that she's remembering. But she overcomes it, and now we're high up above the clouds. The moon is in sight. The moon is genuinely important. That is like our goal for the game, in a way. Shoot for the moon, they say. Don't miss, because it might destroy your planet otherwise. Something. The lore is very vague. It's very interesting, and you collect it by getting all of the letters, and then you get, like, little lore documents that are files on this computer that the simulation's running through. Like everything, it's so dense. Okay. There we go. Now that we're in the sky, for some reason, forest, woods, let's go to the mountains for Wanderlust. Peak Wanderlust. This ain't your ordinary Wanderlust. Nice. I was about to start saying, this is probably one of the hardest stages for Crystal Percent specifically, along with Family 1. Okay. These are not the reasons how I'm messing up here. That doesn't bode well for the rest of it. Let me up here. Completely hidden away crystal. Over here. Oop. This is a very tricky one to recover from, and I didn't. I got caught on the geometry. I have to go all the way back here. Okay. Again, trying to go into beat the game mode if we don't mess up. Stay strong. Things aren't crumbling quite yet. You can do it, Hana. I believe in you.
Take my energy, Hana.
Boop, boop. This over here, let's probably do them in that order, even though it seems like it'd be faster to do it the other way. The secret. Aside from the zigzags, there's also like square type movement. I can do fail here. That's the two ways you get these crystals. You either zigzag. Got it. Okay, that's a tight one. And now we're on to power 2. Interrupting what I'm saying, but you either zigzag or you square. And squares are very much the case where you want to, like, really raise the crystals the littlest amount. Whee! Oh. Ow. Fine. It's fine. There's stuff we can walk on down here. The riskiest thing about pausing and checkpointing like that instead of just dying to go back, I have on several occasions hit restart level by accident. I hit down a few too many times, being one too many times. a tricky crystal here to get. Okay. What I have to do is go neutral on the analog stick, and then do the jump, and then spin. To recover that way with getting it. Or I just get it and lose. Checkpoint's right there, it's not a big time loss. And as soon as you can there, get over here. Come and beat the game strat. Actually, honestly, just any strat. Okay, thank you. I messed up the coyote frame there. Oh, wow. I haven't missed that jump in ages. Okay. No! I messed up again. I think... Actually, I don't know what I did there. Definitely press both buttons. Sneaky one over there. Not the right order of these, but hey, actually, maybe. Nope. Not if I don't get that jump. I also missed that. Wow, okay. Or something. Okay. Figured that'd work. This is why I want to do a true ending run after this, because, like, that was off the cuff. I didn't know if that jump would work, but it did. So, like, I have a sense for things now. Okay. I always fall off of this. I don't know why. Maybe if I jump. Have that part in one. All I can ask for. Now we're on to... Look at all these crystals in this little hodgepodge maze here. It took some thinking to figure out the best way to, like, approach this at all. Oh no. Come on. There's so many enemies. Take that shortcut, which is actually a shortcut I do if I just want to bust through it. We come around here, get these. This one, come on down here. Sneaky ones down here. That. On this rock, kinda. Make it up there to get these. Not at all the path that would, like, take you on normally. That one. Corner. Shoot up to that. Ah, missed it. There we go. Don't forget this one back here, in behind the bigger crystal. This one actually is a little sneaky too, because it's behind that rock when you're first approaching. I don't know, like, I've had to focus so much on this one to figure out the best way to do it. Still not even sure how the best way to do this part is. How did I hit that one? That one was closer. You know? We haven't seen our little guy yet, because he's over here. Boop.
Boop.
Okay. That was a lot of... There's a big crystal in the background there. We don't get to break that one. Fun enough, even in, I think it's Home 2. In the update that's coming out, there is actually a, like, top of the waterfall where you would otherwise climb it where it tells you to go slow, that part. There's, like, a whole bunch of crystals up there where a waterfall's coming from. You can no longer break any of it. And it's really frustrating to me, because I went up there, I'm just like, I can't do anything here, but it's right there, I'm touching it. You at least can't touch these in the background. Uh-oh. Yeah, there. There we go. I mean, you probably could fall on them, but I don't know where the kill plane is. There we go. But yeah. It's this mountain full of crystal, and the way that they've been slowly getting a little more, I'm starting to think the crystals are an effect of, like, whatever is going on with the moon. We don't know why the moon is a problem. We just know they did something to fix it, and it didn't turn out great. And I think I'll leave any further detail to that to be found out on your own. Don't forget that one. Yeah, I could probably jump on that one. I certainly can't break it. Oh gosh, okay. No, there's no collision actually. You fall right through that crystal. Where am I? This is so far back. Why are we so far back? I missed that checkpoint, that's why. Might have missed 2 checkpoints. Alright. Yeah, I missed 2 checkpoints. Great. No, actually, I was right before this ladder one. Never mind. Understand. Understandable. Have a good day.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
You have to be careful when you're, like, trying... Like, I've tried a lot to break out of the momentum to try and use it quickly to get things that are... crystals that are behind me from where I'm going. Very risky. Sometimes you just launch. Sometimes you just lose all momentum and it's a little slower than just landing. There's a lot of hidden ones here. On that second part of the risky speed areas. Yeah. Especially over here. I love this part, actually. No joke. It's so terrifying, but I love it. These little loops over here. And I have full health. That means I'm not gonna mess up here like I normally do. Okay. Okay. Woo! We're back on our path. One more secret I need to keep my eye out for. Please get that. Thank you. This one over here. Very easy to miss. Big old juicy crystal right here as a reward, though.
Ooh, that is a big old crystal.
Right, this. Final stretch, you'll notice that parts of... Oh! Some level assets are becoming chromatic. Chromatic, that's not the word. They're becoming chrome. Becoming, like, machiney. Rather than part of the mountain. Very cubic. Oh. Not sure what I did there that was not correct before. Made me die. But we're here now. I didn't mean to hit them at all, but I wanted to. That's why we're here. We're doing things we want to. It's absolutely the most crystals in an end area, though. So many. Don't miss any. Little guy. Boop. I guess, like, these levels, the peak levels are just so... I don't know. They couldn't figure out a place to put the little guy, so they just tossed him in the middle at the end. in the middle at the end. You know what I mean. That could have been more efficient.
Again, what are words?
Words are something I have a lot of right now, apparently. Hey. Time for infinity. The moon. And the music has not slowed down on how much it slaps, that's for sure. Now everything's multicolored. Ooh. Got that? Ouch. These lasers, they absolutely changed how fast they move from when I first played it. I played the first version of this, like, as soon as it came out, and we're on version 1.4, I think, and 1.5 is the big update we're all waiting for. Oh! See what I mean? Can be risky. This is like the hardest jump to get in one. 2 crystals up there. Ah. I do kind of want that checkpoint, just in case. Who knows what will happen. Certainly not me. Not going up there yet. There's crystals. I think, like, it's really hard to make that jump to that part, though, for the shortcut. Unless you hit the thing. Here's our final little guy. Final head boop. Ah, okay.
Boop.
That's why I went to this checkpoint. So there is
going to boop the little guy could be dangerous.
Who could think? Certainly not me. Again, I should be in the charge of the situation. And no. But there's no little guy in the final level. Well, the final level or the final level. There's both of those. But again, there's no crystals in the final level, so that's why we're not doing true ending variant of this. Because it's not necessary. Okay. Certainly didn't change how fast those go. They changed how fast these go. They're much slower, and I understand why. Still, it throws me off. We're getting into the segment of the game with, like, the trickiest jump. Cool. A little bit of enemy skipping that I've been practicing there. Also, notice the enemies aren't, like, teal and goofy looking anymore. They're now, like, they look like Heartless Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, they do.
I missed the jump. Alright, it's fine. It is funny how much there's just, like, a random array of, like, planets we're going around, and there's still a very large menacing moon in the background that we're aiming for. Okay, I got that quickly. That was nice. And then I spaced out and didn't hit that enemy. This is the part of the level where, if you didn't know you had coyote frames, you do now. Because you need them to get through it. And... Okay. There's more leeway for this area, but still I can mess it up sometime. So I don't get any chance. Nice. Okay. I spaced out. We have to do all that again. That was literally a straight shot to the end, and I just kind of fell. We get to see Tricky Tech twice. As a treat. Thought we were done with like huge amounts of crystals at the end. We're not. Now it's more colorful. Oh, good. Big pillar ones. That's like the biggest one right there that I hit. Where it's like a big cluster that you'd think would be multiple, and no, you just hit it once from kind of far away, honestly, and it's done. Okay. Final level. No spoilers on what the moon does. Don't worry. We gotta hit it twice.
It hits your eye like a big pizza pie.
It sure does. It looks like an eye, but not like a big pizza pie. It's just staring menacingly. Oh, wow. It is extremely weird to, like, that must have been, like, frame perfect to get a timing on that spin where it doesn't hit the enemies, but I still landed to get the boost. Okay. We have a segment of the mountain. We're going back. Back through the things we went through. Okay, my depth perception failed me on that one. The forest with the mushrooms. What I just did there is actually... I went the wrong way. Was actually sort of a speedrun tech, except you would have kept going and actually gotten on the thing. Since we have to go around and get the crystals, we can just get to the vine this way. Oh my goodness. At least I got the checkpoint. I can just do this again. That was weird. That really shouldn't have missed, and I don't know why it did. It really brings together everything. The weirdest thing is, like, the first time I actually did this level deathless was actually on an all crystals attempt, just to, like, see how it works. Apparently that was... Hi, everybody, I'm back. I don't know what that was just now. But... Well, we're back. Let's just dive right back in and redo this final stage before anything else happens. So, countdown for the timer again in 3, 2, 1, go. Just do everything from the top. Full crystals. Even the ones we already got. So I don't know when... Off. How's everyone else doing now? Hi again, everybody. Tech's haunted. We're gonna power through this as fast as I can before anything else happens. Let's go. Oop, on the wrong window. We're at the final stage. We were halfway through the final stage when I last checked. But we're starting again. We're going through the previous parts of the game. To utilize what we have learned. While the moon stares us down. With some more banging music, if I dare say. Oop. Have our part, little part where the music rhythm game part chimes back in. No, cycles are perfect. So far this is a much better, smoother play through this level than it was earlier. Nice. Rude.
Ouch.
Imagine getting hit by a giant rolling pin, though.
I mean, it hurts just to get hit by a regular rolling pin, so
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Especially if it's the marble one that I have. I don't know why. I
Ouchies.
don't know why. Oh. Okay. I confused that with the actual part from Park. But it's fine. Got a checkpoint. Have to get up on that red balloon. Thanks. I don't know if I died before I said this before, but funny enough, the first time I got a no-death run on this was when I was exploring or testing out the crystal run in it. Because I guess just, like, going around looking for them was just careful enough for me to be able to pull it off. Now we're from the beach, we're back home. The littlest amount of home possible. And... what is this? White space. Okay. Well, I didn't get the elevator skip, but I've only gotten the elevator skip once, so I wasn't expecting to. But we have destroyed every crystal in the game now that is possible to destroy. We just have to wrap this up. In Nier Automata, I guess. This is where it tells you that if you did not get all of the secret notes, that's how many you need. Oh no. I jumped that high before. Time is going to be on the fade out entirely. Time.
GG.
Oh, as slapdash as a time can be, the The moon is still there. Because we didn't get the full ending. But there we are. There's Lunistice Crystal Percent. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere yet. As we move on to our next one. So
Alright. Before we move on, wanna find you?
yeah, I'll do that now so I don't have to do it later. You can find me as Valeria on Twitch, on YouTube, on probably YouTube, on probably anywhere else I remember. But that's my go-to username. I still got a few things I want to share on Lady Arcaders this year, especially during the last. But other than that, I'll be around here on the Discord server.